Receiving simulator transmission. Uploading transmitted feed. Initializing playback sequence. Log execute.
Hey everyone, Seipher here, and welcome back to Seipher Plays Pokémon Fire Red Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we took on the Celadon City Gym, where we handily trounced them, and we took on a Team Rocket member we found in the Celadon Game Corner, where we found that they have hidden something under the Game Corner. Today we will be going into the Game Corner, but for now, I just wanted to make special note of Route 16 to the left. As you can see, like Route 12, next to Vermilion City, it is blocked off by a sleeping Pokémon, so we can't progress forward. However, there is a cut tree on this area, and if you go up and to the left, you'll encounter a double battle. And if you continue to proceed left, you will reach a house that has the HMO2 fly. So with that now officially noted, I can move back toward the Game Corner, and we can move on to the main issue of this area, and that would be this Game Corner and finding out what exactly Team Rocket is doing here. And as we can see, this is a rocket hideout, so we now know where they've been located for all this time. Now, before I move on, you want to make sure to go to this plant here, because there's a PP up. You can never have enough of those, especially in a Nuzlocke run. And I will be trying to get through all of this place in this one video. Shouldn't take too long. I don't believe there are too many people here. But we should be encountering a few rockets. I suppose since last time I did change up my team just ever so slightly, I brought Tubalot back in because he is going to be particularly useful against these Pokemon. I've also grinded up the team a bit, mainly to 33. There won't be as much grinding from here on out because there's going to be quite a bit of opponents before we reach the next gym. Since I beat Erica last gym and got my 4th gym badge, the level cap has increased again, this time from 29 to a whopping 43. However, I have to remain careful with this because not only is the next gym at this level cap, but the 6th gym as well. So if I want to get through this without too much of an issue, I'm definitely going to need to be careful. I also went to the Celadon department store and picked up a TM for Brick Break and taught that to Tubalot because he needed a better fighting type move. And I know that I already had one, but just so that you guys know, TM31 Brick Break is also available for sale at the department store, so don't beat yourself up too much if you let that slip past you in the SSAN. I just wanted to make sure that you saw it back when we were on the SSAN so that you could grab a free one. Okay, so let's just focus on this. I suppose I didn't really say much about Team Rocket in our previous interactions with them. They're not really all that much of a threat. They just all use these same weak Pokemon, usually all of the poison types. So if you have a good psychic type like I do, you can easily handle them, but the grunts are usually a lot weaker than what you would be using up at this point, so not too much of a worry. If they have anything stronger, though, that would be something to worry about. I suppose off-screen, since I did mention it earlier, I also got the HM for Fly. I probably should have shown that on screen, but oh well. You guys know where to find it now, and I'm sure with how old this game is, it's not like you were begging for a walkthrough of where exactly everything is. But yeah, I taught that to Viper here. he'll be staying on as a flyer for right now, at least until I get something better. But we now come to the main gimmick of this place, these spin tile puzzles, which, well, I call it a gimmick, but it's really just this one floor. Okay, X speed up there. Not going to be useful to me because I have the no X item clause. Moonstone, if you had another Pokemon in like a Nidoran female to evolve into Nidoqueen, that would be pretty useful, but I don't. However, who knows, I might end up catching something that could use it, so never say never. Okay, let's go. Got this. I know that there is at least one item here that I want to make sure I grab. I just don't remember exactly where it is. Okay, maybe it's this way. Okay. Let's see. Should be simple. There we go. If I recall correctly, you do have to fight at least a few people in here. Two, because I think that there's a password system for the door. Did you come here? I came here to bust up your operations. What do you think? Why else would anyone come here? That is, I suppose, a minor thought to think on there. This place is, the game corner here in Celadon is clearly owned by Team Rocket, so that Dratini I bought in the previous episode is a product of their selling. I don't know why they're wasting money actually giving those types of Pokemon away as prizes for their game corner rather than using them themselves. I mean, sure, Dratini is not all that strong on its own, but if you grind it up, you can get a Dragonite, which I assume would be far better than what they're currently using to try and beat me. That said, they're not really the sharpest knives in the drawer, if I may say. So we should be fine. Let's just karate chop it. I really like how strong Tuvelot's gotten, thanks to all those attack and speed EVs. Should be easy to take out anything that gets in his way. Especially when we've got all that strong of competition. Maybe I grinded a bit too much, but I wanted to make sure that I was on par for what's coming up, because I know that the level, even though that we have all this freedom to go where we want now, we do kind of have to worry a bit about where we go. Okay, I believe this guy... Okay, maybe I didn't need to fight all these guys, but oh well, I can easily breeze through them. It's not going to be too much of an issue. Let's go. Yeah, now you're kind of seeing why I waited to get Aerial Ace from Viper through leveling up as a Spearow rather than wasting a TM on it. It's a very good move, and if I can use it later on something that I intend to use full time, or that wouldn't normally learn it on its own, it'll be just that much better. And of course you poison me. Poison Gas, I don't think has the best accuracy, but of course the AI always manages to land it. Let's just use Pursuit since you're kind of running low on Aerial Ace, and we still have quite a bit to get through here. I know this is probably a stupid idea keeping him in when he's poisoned, but he should be able to make at least some level of quick work out of this. Granted, it doesn't help that I'm wasting time using Fly since it takes 2 turns to do the same thing, but oh well. Yeah, that's kind of another reason why I didn't teach Henry the 7th Dig, because I didn't want battles to be taking forever with him from using that move. Plus, he is part poison type, so he would be getting a bit hurt from using it. Especially if a move like Magnitude or Earthquake was thrown out, because for those of you that don't know, Earthquake and Magnitude gain double power when used on Pokemon that are underground through Dig. I don't know if that same thing applies for Pokemon that use the move Dive, but probably not that much of an issue. Actually, let me go up there and talk to them again. I don't... Okay, take the elevator up to the boss. Okay, no, they didn't have anything. So I just wasted my time. Alright, well, let's just go. There's another floor here. At the end of this hallway, a nugget, yeah. Definitely want that because I did spend quite a bit of money on those evolutionary stones. Okay, so I was wrong. There is another spin pad puzzle, but it's not that bad. Anyway, rare candy there, so make sure you grab that. Never know when you're going to need one, especially at the later levels when leveling up the old-fashioned way gets a bit harder. Let's go this way. Gonna have to fight this, or not. Surprises me every time whenever I encounter something. Black glasses. That'll raise the power of dark-type moves by 10% in this game. Not as useful, but oh well. Here we have a max ether. Definitely gonna want that for later on in the run. And let's get this TM49 Snatch. Not a particularly useful move, but could be good. Okay, so that's what I'm having to find. This guy, I believe, drops the lift key for the elevator, which is the only way to get through this area as quickly as possible. So let's just do it. I suppose, since we don't have that much left of this area, I can just use Fly to breeze through any coughing, because coughing is actually pretty defensive. May not be fully evolved, but it's got decent defenses for this stage and a good ability. And with that, he's sending in Zubat, so I'm gonna actually send out Zatara, because I've been mainly training him on special attack EVs, and I do want to get him at least some speed EVs. And Zubat will have a lot of those. So with that, we can easily take care of this Zubat, and then he should be the one that drops the lift key. Yep. Okay. Oh no, you dropped the lift key. Thank you. Now I can just quickly make my way back to the elevator so that I don't have to worry about any of this. But first, I'm definitely going to want to grab that item that I saw right there. Gonna have to fight this guy, but oh well. Well, within my expected fights for this episode, should be fine. We have a lot that we can actually do going forward from here. We do have some stuff in Lavender Town that I skipped over that I could do. We do have stuff in Saffron City that we haven't explored. However, I think I'll just fly to Lavender Town after we get out of here, because the more on par with us stuff is in Lavender Town for now. Once I get, like, maybe up to level 35, I'll go to Saffron City and take care of the optional stuff there before focusing on the main area, because I do want to make sure that I get all this side questing stuff done before we hit that level cap. But for now, let's just... I believe we have to go this way to get to the elevator, you know. Okay. Let's go. Yep. Okay, that TM that I grabbed was TM21 Frustration. Basically, that has more power the more your Pokemon dislikes you. The opposite is in a route that we haven't explored yet. Okay. With that, we can go down to Basement 4 so that we can get through with this area. I don't believe there's much here, but I want to make sure to grab that. That calcium, I believe, will increase special attacks, so I'll save that. I believe we gotta fight both of these guys, so let's get it over with. Oh, You were one of the goons in Mount Moon. Okay, well, I'm gonna take you out again. And of course you have a Sandshrew, so this should be a bit more difficult, but Fly can easily handle your level gap and defense difference that you've got to me. Viper is strong, but I do think that there is a better flying type that you could also get on Route 16. The only reason that I'm not doing that right now is that I mainly want to focus on a bit of something else. I could catch it, but at this point I'm not really hurting for Pokemon, so I don't need to catch it right away. But if something happens to Viper, I definitely know where I'm going next for a new flyer, rather than pulling Goose out or using Alucard. Because while I did grind a bunch of the reserve members off screen, I don't think Alucard is really worth it in this game, because he's not allowed to evolve, at least to Crobat, until the post-game. And that's a good reason to keep around Viper. His Keen Eye ability prevents accuracy loss. That would be very helpful in just about any fight. Not that he needs it with knowing Aerial Ace, but if you didn't have Aerial Ace, you definitely want it for that ability. But like I said, better Pokemon to use for flying. At least I think so. The flying type that you can catch on Route 16 has a higher base stat total when fully evolved, and if my memory is correct. Anyway, gotta heal that poison. Definitely gonna need to get more antidotes and more status healing items in general, at least until I can get something that's a bit more universal. There are berries that are around, but you'd either need a Pokemon with pickup, which the only one that I know of in the Kanto region is Meowth, and I already evolved my Meowth, so that's kind of moot, because Meowth, when it evolves, loses pickup in favor of Limber, not being able to be paralyzed, which, I think pickup might be a bit more useful, at least as utility. Let's swap to Tublot. He's gonna be... After I take care of this grunt, we should be just about done. Come on, Brick Break Tublot. Let's get through this. There we go. I'll just swap the team around so that Tublot is taking the lead here. Because you're definitely going to want something strong. Definitely a good fighting type for this upcoming fight. Particularly considering that this upcoming boss fight can be a little tricky if you don't have a good eating type or a good water or grass type. Granted, I have a good water or grass type, but I want to use Tublot because I'm still kind of focused on getting certain EVs for Maverick. Granted, he's kind of got a lot of speed EVs and it's not really helpful to him, but oh well. Anyway, if something happens to Tublot, oh well, I can always get a better 6 team member for now. So I must say, I am impressed you got here. Team Rocket captures Pokemon from around the world. They're important tools for keeping our criminal enterprise going. I am the leader, Giovanni. For your insolence, you will feel a world of pain. Okay, welcome, mob boss of the Pokemon Mafia. Okay. So Hillia with an Onix, compared to Brock, when we faced it there, it's not that bad of a Pokemon. Its attack stat is really low. The only thing it really had going for it in the previous fight was that It had a higher base stat total than anything that we were using at that time, and a lot of speed and defense, so taking it on physically wasn't very viable, but I took care of that one pretty quickly. Anyway, next he'll be sending out Rhyhorn, a bit of a better ground and rock type, the only one of the rock and ground types that actually has it reversed for whatever reason. Not that that makes much difference. Still heavy, still going to go down to a low kick real easily. Now this Pokemon right here is the main thing to worry about in this encounter. Is Kangaskhan. So Jack of all trades, has pretty good attack, speed, and bulk, so it's pretty strong for this point in the game, but if you have a solid fighting type and you can land a good hit, it should go down pretty easily. So you want to make sure you have something fast, because this thing, if it gets in too many stat debuffs and lands too many hits, it'll definitely make you hurt. But I luckily had Two-Blot, who's pretty much the fastest fighting type at this point in the Pokemon games, so pretty easy. And with that, we defeated Giovanni. What? This can't be. Got 2,900 for winning. I see that you raise Pokemon with utmost care. A child like you would never understand what I hope to achieve. And I bet if you talked to me about it, I could. I shall step aside this time. I hope we meet again. Okay, that's a bit weird considering I've been mucking up all your plans. So yeah, he and all the Team Rocket Grunts that were here have left. Make sure you grab this Sylph Scope. It's going to be key to where we're going next. So I'm just going to use a... I thought I had an escape rope. Where is it? There we go. We have actually 6 of these. Probably have too many for what I need, but oh well. And with that, I'm going to quickly switch around my team once more. I'm going to put Darwin in the lead because there's one last thing I want to do before we end off. I'm going to fly to Lavender Town since I grabbed it off screen. And made sure to heal here because I knew that you gotta heal here if you want to be able to, you gotta heal out of town if you want to be able to fly to it. With that Sylph Scope, we now have access to the Pokemon Tower, at least as it's intended. And we're going to go here and take care of one thing. Yep, our rival's here. Let's see him. Hey Seipher, what brings you here? Oh, nothing much. What brings you here? Is your Pokemon dead? Nope, I've continued that deathless streak, but I know that I killed your Raticate. Okay, you're gonna try and kill mine? Well, good luck. You haven't managed to do so yet. And I've got a stronger team this time. And someone dedicated to killing your Pidgeotto before you can even manage to get an attack off. There we go. Easy peasy. Darwin is really pulled in his weight. Okay, now he's gonna send out Gyarados. I really don't think you know how to fight me at this point because you're sending in a water and flying type against an electric type. It's like you don't want to win at all. Alright, easy peasy. Here we go. That should take care of that. Next is going to be a Growlithe, so let's send... You know what? It's going to have Intimidate because it's not going to have... Well, it's just... Like I said, if a Pokemon can have Intimidate, the AI is always going to be carrying it. I don't understand why, but oh well. So he technically has 2 Pokemon with Intimidate. That makes him a bit scary, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Most of my team, at least when I get serious about using them against him, will be special attackers and able to deal with him. And let's send Maverick in against this. I know that we could have a mirror match, but Zatara doesn't really have any moves to take on this Kadabra, and I really just want to hit him hard with Bite. Yep, easy peasy. Let's go, Maverick. Thank you for that. And you know what? This does have special attack EVs attached to it, this Ivysaur, but I want Zatara to get in a good hit against this thing. Alright, Zatara, just Psybeam it down, because Poison type, weak to Psychic, easy peasy. And yeah, maybe you should vary those guys, just like your Eradicate, because I clearly have been beaten them multiple times. What, you stinker, I took it easy on you too. Yeah, right, I beat you so easily, you weren't holding back. How's your Pokedex coming? I just caught a Cubone. I have like 40 plus different types. Can't find the bigger Marowak. Where could they be? I bet there aren't any left. You could just evolve your Cubone guy. Well, I better get going. I got a lot to accomplish, unlike you. Excuse me, I've got a lot to accomplish too, and I've beaten you multiple times. I'd say that I'm in the better position. Oh, whatever. With that, I have taken care of everything that I've wanted to do for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, stay gold.
Playback sequence terminated. Transmission disconnected.